And we're back. Back again. It's the G Wolf broadcast. It's YouTube. It's an all-new medium. It's the future of television and radio. It's alternative. It's talk of substance. It's music. And, look, we don't have enough time to be dilly-dallying around. So we're about to get to this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try this new format. Let's take it down. Here's what's gonna happen here. So I recorded. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It was about an hour long. And come to find out, you have to do some sort of a verification to upload something more than 15 minutes on YouTube. This is something I wasn't aware of. So we're going to go with it like this. We're just going to just hit topic, hit topic, hit topic, hit topic. And you're going to come back, and you're going to comment, and we're going to come back, and we're going to comment on what you comment on. So, that being said, new topic of the day. Let's take it down just for a minute. Let's get serious. This is what I was thinking of. I'm going to pump this out so we can get in under the 15-minute mark. Headline of the day. Let's do some substance today. Headline of the day I read on the internet. Wealthy British couple harvests sperm from dead son after car crash in order to designer create their grandchild that was never born. Again, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to go straight into it. Is it just me, or is that just way, way far out? So in other words, I don't know exactly what went down. Mom and Dad are at the funeral. I'm gonna guess that it was one or the other one started the topic. Oh, we're never gonna have grandchildren. So instead of thinking about, the subject at hand, it's we're never gonna have grandchildren. Wow, we're never gonna have grandchildren. Wow, what can we do about this? And now it becomes an obsession to the point where they've decided, no, that can't be the case. That can't be the case. It wouldn't work that way, would it? They would have had to make this decision. This would have had to been this would have been like an organ harvest situation, wouldn't it? It would have been probably, this is so morbid, but let's go right to the point. Okay? We live in a time now, it's 2018, to where you have an individual met their demise maybe earlier in life than most people do. Never had a child. Can we argue, if we're talking about the natural way of things, if you were just to let things be as they are, okay? If we didn't have the type of technology that we have now, scientific technology, in times past, it would have been accepted that just maybe, because of what naturally occurred, maybe these people were never meant to have a grandchild. Just maybe, for some reason. And they would have looked back upon the times that they had with their son and been happy that they had those times. Well, now it's a little bit different, isn't it, with modern technology? So the obsession is so strong that they've decided to, I don't know what they did, harvested this man's seed. What would they have done? Frozen it? And how does the rest of the process go? Which brings me to, how are we going to bring forth this individual, this new person into the world? This projected grandchild. I would assume there has to be, at this point in time, an actual biological womb involved, which would mean a woman. Did he have a girlfriend? I don't know. So I guess the main point of the topic is this. Just to reiterate, let's just one more time. What year is it? It's 2018. It's not 1988. And nowadays, I guess, it's getting to the point where people can sit down and begin to discuss the idea of having a child or having a grandchild um, outside of nature, outside of the natural realm. You see, where I come from, in my day, and in times past, this is something that, again, would have been left alone and accepted. And if it was any other type of a situation where the means was available, where the man was actually living, and maybe he had a significant other, it would have been done the old-fashioned way. Let's just get into it. We're talking about good old-fashioned human reproduction and procreation here. Okay? The fun stuff. But this brings more questions to the table because it's more than just fun. Let's go hypothetical here. We bring an individual into the world in a way that's outside of the natural. How does this work? We have sperm donors these days, sperm banks. What do you do in this kind of situation? Is it like going to a car dealership? Do you walk in, sit down, and go, does a guy come to you and sit down at the desk and go, well, welcome. First, let me just show you our colors of this week that we have to choose from. We have a special with eyes going on. If you want your child to have blue eyes or brown eyes or purple eyes or whatever, these are the colors we have going right now. Is it like when you go to the car? Is it like with GM? The latest GM paint schemes? Is that what it's kind of like? Aquamarine blue. That's a nice one. How you like that? Is it just me? Or is this a little bit? When you really sit here and think about it, just kind of getting out there. It's more than just science fiction. It's just to a point, in my opinion. It's moving into the realm of, and I don't necessarily mean this in a to take it as you will, science strangeness, to a degree. And let's go hypothetical. What's the difference between little Johnny and little Jane show up first day in school? Little Jane walks into the room, and little Jane happens to be the laboratory created human. Let's go 10, 20 years from now when the technology is at its peak. Little Johnny walks into the room. His parents, let's pretend that 10 years from now we're still going to have families that are actually, mom and dad and that sort of thing. And mom and dad, they watch little Johnny as he walks up the sidewalk into the classroom, and they hug each other and they say, what? Look at him. This is the product of what? It's the product of love. Or should be. And we'll go, good case scenario. I'm on a time frame, so I don't have time to really choose my words. Good case scenario, whatever that means. Old-fashioned, good old-fashioned loving. right? Let's think about this. Let's think about what happens when you have two people. They love each other. They get together. They express themselves. They end up locking up and expressing themselves to each other in love. And love begets love. This is creation. And if it's creation out of love, what is the difference between, let's say, like Matrix scenario, someone grown in a lab and someone that is the product of love? If they're the product of love in action, in motion, are they from the beginning a demonstration of love itself? We're talking about God. Jesus said that his Father is a Father of love. And if we're engaged in the act of creation, we're engaged in an act of love, or should be, in this scenario. Little Jane, the lab creation, is a product of care and concern. Directly, I would say, at the beginning of whatever you would call conception, and however you think it up in your mind and your science fiction / now science fact idea. What is the difference with this person? You know, they say that early on it matters how you raise a child, how much love a child gets early on. If a child is the product of the old-fashioned way, are they loved from the beginning? If it's a love between a man and a woman, and the product is a child, then that love between that man and that woman at that moment of conception is an offshoot of love itself. So they're loved from the very beginning. Therefore, could I dare argue that in a way, from the start, they are love? A physical manifestation of love. Someone once said, "What does God look like?" And their thoughts were a newborn child. Topic for the day. We'll leave it at that. We'll do another one. We're just going to go topic to topic. We're going to hit it. Come back to me. Shout at me. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. This is the G Wolf 13 broadcast, talk of substance and music. Make it the best you can.